Okay, Attorney Steve Vondran, we're back. Final video 4. I'm going to cut this one short, but I want to get you the benefit of the end of the presentation. So we talked about if there's a loss. We talked about appealing. You've got to appeal in a timely manner. You have to get it to your federal court, and you come in there and you seek, the federal court does what we call de novo review, which means they'll take a full, fair, honest, independent look at it and see what they think, okay? In this court, you can seek, now, we should probably say at the outset, if the trademark holder is upset, the trademark owner does not have to come through this process. They could decide, I'm just going to file a federal lawsuit, but it takes longer, it's more money, it's time consuming, it becomes much more public in the federal court case. So, but they could bring a trademark infringement action against you. That's always a possibility. The trademark infringement lawsuit can be filed, or filing under the Anti-Cybersquatting Consumer Protection Act, the ACPA. You say so many names in this business that you lose track sometimes. ACPA, okay? There it's a little easier to prove. You need to show bad faith registration or bad faith use, so it's either or, a little bit simpler. You've got your statutory damages up to $100,000 per domain. So for that cyber squatter or person who's buying multiple domains on your brand and just stockpiling them, I've heard of people buying hundreds of thousands of domains in a particular area. So you may have a better case here. And in these federal courts, these types of cases, you can seek your costs and attorney fees. You've got your trademark infringement lawsuit we talk about in other videos, and those kinds of things. Now, bear in mind that a cyber squatter, or I should say a person that buys domains, holds them and what for, if they're being basically hijacked out of their position, hijacked out of their domain by a trademark bully, there are provisions for reverse domain name hijacking. There's a cause of action for that. We'll talk about that and check that off our list. So that's something to bear about. We're going to talk about those in other videos. But in general, if you lose a UDRP, winner or loser can then go to federal court and either get an injunction there, seeking a preliminary injunction. If you have an emergency type situation where you need that injunction to stop this person from marketing products or confusing the public, that's what your injunction process is for here. In your UDRP, you're not going to get injunctions. You're not going to get attorney fees. You're not going to get damages. You're not going to do any discovery. So it's very different from a court case. It's designed to be quick, efficient, and resolve those domain disputes. But that's what you're looking for. And we talked about this basically. Registering the mark in bad faith, that's where you're trying to divert their traffic, you're trying to confuse their consumers, you're trying to hold them up for ransom to make them pay you as the domain buyer, and trying to prevent them possibly from registering the domains themselves. So that's sort of the factors you're looking at. That is basically a general overview of UDRP, what a domain dispute is, the common questions. If you have a domain dispute, if you're a person that likes to purchase domains, if you're a trademark holder, if you have brand issues, if you're having conflicts with your trademarks, if you're trying to put together a buy-sell agreement so that you can sell your domains or settle your disputes, if you're having partnership disputes with domains, you don't know who owns your domain, who has the rights to it, give us a call. We're a civil litigation law firm. We're experienced in state and federal courts, and we're here to help you cost-effectively solve your disputes. We offer low, flat-rate fees for our domain disputes. Give us a call. We're happy to talk to you about that. 877-276-5084. Find us at vondranlaw.com. And thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. We appreciate you stopping by, especially if you watched the videos this far. We really appreciate it. Best of luck to you out there in domain land. Attorney Steve Vondran, we'll talk again.